Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something really crucial if you're living with diabetes, keeping your kidneys healthy. It's quite stark, actually. Diabetes is the #1 cause of kidney failure. We're talking nearly half of all cases. But, and this is the important part, it doesn't have to be that way. You absolutely can protect your kidneys with the right steps, especially early on. So, our mission today is to equip you with exactly that knowledge. Okay, let's unpack this. It's often called a silent threat, right? High blood sugar, which is, the hallmark of diabetes, it slowly, kind of stealthily, damages these tiny filters in your kidneys. They're called glomeruli. Think of them like microscopic sieves. And over time, that damage lets proteins, specifically albumin, leak out into the urine. This leakage, called microalbuminuria, well, that's often the very first sign. But the tricky part is you usually feel completely fine while this is happening.
Exactly. And that silence is precisely why early detection is so vital. It's really the cornerstone of protecting your kidneys. Annual screening is basically non-negotiable because you just won't feel it early on. And the guidelines are pretty straightforward. For type 1 diabetes, screening should start 5 years after diagnosis, annually. With type 2 diabetes, it's immediate. Screen right when you're diagnosed, and then every year after that. And look, if you have diabetes and high blood pressure, it doesn't matter which type, you need that annual screening.
So what are these screenings? It sounds complex, but it's actually just 2 key tests. First, there's a urine test. It's called the spot urine albumin to creatinine ratio, or ACR. That catches the protein like you mentioned. And second, a simple blood test for your eGFR, the estimated glomerular filtration rate. That tells you how well your kidneys are actually, filtering waste. These 2 tests, they're your early warning system. Really crucial. All right, let's shift to strategies. What can you actively do? First up, blood sugar control. We talked about this a lot for diabetes management generally. Good control, keeping those levels stable, can cut the risk of kidney disease progressing by about 1/3. That's significant. The usual A1C target, that's your average sugar over a few months, is generally below 7%. Though, if kidney disease is already present, the target might be adjusted a bit, maybe somewhere between 6.5% and 8%. Talk to your doctor. It's less about hitting a perfect number every single time, and more about consistency, avoiding those big swings in blood sugar.
And equally critical, maybe even more so in some ways, is blood pressure. High blood pressure just hammers the kidneys. It really accelerates the damage. So the target we're aiming for is less than 130/80. What's really interesting here is that certain blood pressure meds, specifically ACE inhibitors or ARBs, they do double duty. They obviously lower blood pressure, but they also have this direct protective effect on the kidneys themselves. They kind of ease the pressure inside those tiny filters, reduces that protein leakage we talked about. Anyway, there's one important note. You generally use one or the other, not both together. Combining them doesn't help more and can actually add risks.
Yeah, that's a key point. And speaking of medications, there's some really exciting progress happening now. We've got these newer drugs, SGLT2 inhibitors. These are showing amazing results. Think about it. Reducing kidney disease progression by around 30% on top of the protection from things like ACE inhibitors. It's a big deal. They work in part by helping your kidneys get rid of extra sugar. If your eGFR, that kidney function number, is above 15, definitely ask your doctor if these might be right for you. There's also another newer one, finer known, which can add another layer of protection when used with an ACE or ARB.
These new tools are fantastic additions, truly. But they work best when they're part of a bigger picture. They don't replace the foundational stuff. Which brings us to, well, what daily habits really move the needle?
Exactly, because this is where you have a lot of direct control, starting right now. First, diet. Think kidney-friendly, lots of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and really watch the salt aim for under 2,300 milligrams a day. Second, movement. Get about 150 minutes of moderate exercise each week. Brisk walking, swimming, whatever you enjoy. Maintaining a healthy weight also takes a load off your kidneys. And this is huge if you smoke. Quitting is one of the best things you can do. Smoking damages blood vessels everywhere, including the kidneys, and be careful with over-the-counter painkillers. Avoid NSAIDs like ibuprofen if you can, and limit others that can be tough on the kidneys. Always check with your doctor or pharmacist. And while you're doing all this great work, stay aware of your body. There are some warning signs to know. Things like swelling in your legs or ankles, foamy-looking urine, maybe changes in how often you need to go, feeling unusually tired all the time, nausea, or even trouble concentrating. If you notice these, definitely talk to your doctor.
Absolutely. And remember, this isn't something you manage alone. Protecting your kidneys is really a team sport. You'll be working with your primary care doctor, probably an endocrinologist for diabetes, maybe a nephrologist that's a kidney specialist, plus diabetes educators, dietitians. It's that coordinated care that gives you the best chance.
It really underscores the power you have, doesn't it? Early checks, managing blood sugar and pressure, the right meds, those lifestyle habits, it all adds up. You really can take control and significantly delay or even prevent serious kidney problems.
Your kidneys work incredibly hard for you 24/7 without you even thinking about it. So maybe the question to leave you with is, what's one small thing you can start doing today, right now, to return the favor and help protect them for the long haul?